This video is sponsored by Autolite, manufacturers of high-quality spark plugs since 1935. Visit Autolite.com for more information.
Welcome to the 2020 Spark Plug Interval Guessing Challenge. I've got 4 vehicles right here that hopefully you can guess the replacement interval for the spark plugs. Let's get started. Our first one, it's a 2014 Dodge Dart with the 1.4 turbocharged engine. Is the replacement interval A, 30,000 miles, B, 50,000 miles, or C, 100,000 miles? Keep in mind, this is a turbocharged vehicle. Very small engine, it's putting out a lot of power per liter. So it's going to need a very tough plug, or the plug's going to need to be replaced relatively often. If you answered A, 30,000 miles, you are right. This spark plug is under a lot of stress and a lot of compression. Also, this is the Chrysler Multiyear engine, so it does have a little bit higher compression than most engines, but 30,000 miles is the replacement interval. Next up, we have a 2012 BMW X5 with a 3-liter straight 6. What's the replacement interval? Is it A, 25,000 miles, B, 90,000 miles, or C, 120,000 miles? Think about it, relatively large displacement, not that much compression to it, not that much performance, but what is the replacement interval? If you answered C, 120,000 miles, you are correct, and this is even the severe duty replacement interval. For our next vehicle, we have a 1985 Buick Riviera with the 3.8. Is the replacement interval A, 25,000 miles, B, 30,000 miles, or C, 50,000 miles? Keep in mind, this is 8.5 to 1 compression ratio, relatively low performance. It's not the turbocharged version, but keep in mind what this engine is under. If you answered C, 50,000 miles, you are correct. But this is sort of a trick question because chances are the spark plug wires, they went before the plugs did. For our next one, we have a 2018 Audi A6 Quattro with the 2-liter turbo direct-injected engine. This is a very popular engine, not just in the A6, but also the A4 and even some of the Audi SUV models. So what's the replacement interval for the spark plugs? Is it A, 100,000 miles, B, 80,000 miles, or C, 40,000 miles? Keep in mind, this is a high-stress engine. It has a spark plug that is undergoing turbocharging and also direct injection, and it's a relatively high compression engine. If you answered C, 40,000 miles, you are correct. 40,000 miles, that's not a very long life when you really consider vehicles from the 1990s were 100,000 miles. But those were relatively low compression, and they didn't have those power adders like direct injection and turbocharging. So these new engines, even though they're more technologically advanced, they're harder on spark plugs. So the next time you get one of these vehicles in your shop, make sure you're looking at the replacement interval for it. You may be amazed and you may be able to sell a set of spark plugs. I'm Andrew Markell. Thank you very much.